Hi everyone, I'm Lady, the Painted Lady, and today we are on a trail in Colorado and we are going to be tie-dyeing some shirts today. The items that we're going to be using are a drying rack, or in my case a cookie rack, some gloves to protect our hands from the dye, because if you're not wearing gloves your hands will get dye on them. It'll come out after like 24 hours, but still don't want your hands covered in dye. You're going to need some rubber bands, a plastic bag. I'm reusing mine that I bought from whatever store I was at. And then you're going to need a cotton shirt. Natural fibers usually dye better. It doesn't need to be a cotton shirt or cotton generally. It just needs to be a natural fiber. So that's gonna be silk, wools, linens, etc. I've tie-dyed pillowcases, I've tie-dyed sheets, I've tie-dyed bags. So whatever you feel like tie-dyeing, I would recommend. Honestly, I like tie-dyeing old shirts that I've gotten stains on as well, so it's a good way to like revamp old clothes. So if you've got a shirt that's got like some sort of mustard stain on it or something, you can always tie-dye and cover it up. That's what I do. Not saying I get mustard stains on everything, but I do ruin a lot of my white clothes. And then, most importantly, you're going to need dye. I just got mine from Walmart, and usually these kits come with everything you need. It comes with rubber bands and gloves and the dye, and gives you nice instructions on the back on how to do it. And you can get these from Walmart or Amazon or any art supply store. And you're also going to need water. And now that we've got everything that we need, let's get messy. There's a lot of different ways that you can tie-dye. You can look up patterns for days. I try to do a yin and yang pattern. My cameraman says you can't tell that it's a yin and yang pattern, but I feel like you can tell, right? I don't know. You guys leave me a comment or DM me if you think it looks like a yin and yang symbol, and I will appreciate anyone that tells me it does. You can do a lot of different patterns. You can do a lot of different designs. Today I'm just gonna go with the typical swirl design that you see mostly with tie-dye shirts. It's simple, it's really cool looking, it's a classic, and it always ends up looking really gnarly, so that's the one I'm gonna be doing today. So first of all, we're gonna wanna soak our shirts, and the reason you wanna soak the shirt is because it's gonna hold the dye better if you have it wet first. And it's also kind of easier to spin it the ways that you want it, and then also like just holding it in place, because if it's not wet, it's gonna be a lot more loose. Peel that off, put that over here. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it soaking in here, really absorb that water. All right, so we're soaking our shirts. We're gonna wring it out. And I am doing this outside, and this process is really messy, so this is a good activity to do outside. If you're inside, I recommend covering all the surfaces that you do not want to get stained, because it will dye your clothes, your carpet, and other parts of your house that you don't want to. So either go outside and like kind of make it work, or be careful and cover up your surfaces. All right, now that it's wet, we're gonna give it the old spin. And I'm gonna hold it up here so you guys can kind of see how I'm spinning it. So you're gonna wanna start in the middle, give it a pinch, and spin it like that. Oh wait, actually I wanna do it the other way. Because the front, so I'll show you guys afterwards, but you're gonna wanna spin it from the back side of the t-shirt, because the front is gonna be more flat and is gonna have a lot more crisper lines. So you're gonna want that to be your front facing pattern, but this will still look cool either way. So you give it a spin, you swirl it all around, so it's all a twisty pattern. And then you're gonna get your rubber bands, and you are going to put it across like this on there to hold it in place. All right. And on the other side, it's also a good way to like put your shirt off into different sections, so when you're going to dye it, it is divided up evenly. So I'm gonna do this kind of pattern. I'm gonna divide it up into 6 different sections because I have 3 colors, so I kind of want it to be split up evenly. For my pattern, you honestly, with tie-dyeing, there is no wrong way to do it. No matter what, it kind of looks awesome and sick. Like whatever the patterns kind of end up being, kind of just work out. So it's not like you need to do it a specific way, but if you do want certain things to look certain ways, it's nice to kind of have some reference of what you're doing, but for the most part, you can really go crazy with tie-dyeing. All right, so I've got it sectioned off. This is the front side, and you can see the difference between this versus this. This is the flat side that was on there, so like the folds in it are a lot cleaner. So that's gonna be my front, and we're gonna put it on this cookie tray because all the colors are gonna leak down into here, and that way we're not getting dye everywhere. This will be especially helpful if you're inside. So I'm gonna be using tulip dye today. You can get a bunch of different kinds of dye. I like this one because it tells you where to fill it in, and it kind of comes with the kit, has all these colors. But you're just gonna fill into like this line, it gives you directions. And I'm gonna be using the water that I brought because I'm outside. It's a lot easier if you're at a sink at your house, but you know, tie-dyeing in nature doesn't get much better than that. Okay, so this is when you're gonna wanna put it on your gloves because the other day when I was tie-dyeing, did not cover up my hands when I was doing this, and my hands were like purple for 2 days. So definitely wanna wear gloves when you're using the dye. And you're gonna wanna fill that up to the line. Oh gosh. Ah. Okay, that's good. It's starting to drizzle a little bit, which is great. I love that. And then you're gonna wanna shake it really well. Make sure the dye is all mixed into the water. Sometimes like the powder at the bottom will like just get stuck there, so you really wanna make sure that it's all mixed together really well. Do not rain right now, seriously. Oh my gosh, I'm getting purple everywhere already. Another recommendation, don't wear clothes you like because the dye is gonna get on them. And I'm wearing some jeans I really like and I'm nervous. Ooh. Mix it all together. And the pink. Do this quick. Oh gosh. Okay. Double fisting. Okay. Now that we've got our colors mixed together, our t-shirt's all wet and tied up, it is time for the fun part, which is tie-dyeing the shirt. And I'm just gonna go I'm gonna go purple, blue, pink, to give it a nice little pattern. And let's just get started. I mean, I can do it like this. Yeah. So I'm gonna do purple in this little corner. Can you see? Okay. Get it nice and purple. There we are. And then I'm gonna go in with blue. pink. And then you're gonna do it all again. Oh gosh. Just spilt blue where I didn't want blue to be, but you know what? That's part of the creative process. Oh gosh. Ah! The dye's gonna get on me. Okay. I don't know how I always end up tie-dyeing something every single year of my life, but I always feel like I'm tie-dyeing. I've done this so many times. Tie-dyeing is so much fun. It's super easy. It's a fun activity to do with like friends and family. And if you just like want some like cool stuff, like super convenient. Just like tie-dye some old shirts or something real quick. Oh my gosh, a bug just flew on me. It's about to be purple. And blue. And pink. There's so much dye, it's freaking me out. I'm gonna spill it. And pink again. I also want to note the tighter that you make your shirt, the more white is going to show. So I think there's going to be a lot of like white spots in this. That's what's going to help make that swirly tie-dye pattern. And then you're going to flip it to the other side. And you can kind of see the colors coming over on this side. And you're going to want to color the areas that you colored on this side, on this one. So to keep it consistent. And then purple. And blue. Oh my gosh, there's so much dye. I'm really playing a risky game right now. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue. Oh no! Good thing these pants are blue. I'd be really upset. Oh my gosh, get this off me. All right, now that everything is dyed, we are going to, I should have brought another baggie, honestly. Now that it's dyed, you are going to put it into a baggie and tie that up and put it in a safe spot for 6 to 24 hours, depending on how bright you want the colors to be. Depends on how long you're gonna let it sit for. If you want the colors to be like kind of faded, you can pull it out early and wash out the colors early. And if you want them to be really bright, then I would recommend leaving it for 24 hours. Once you're done letting the dye soak in, you're going to go to a sink and you're gonna run it until the water runs clear, because all the dye is gonna be coming out. So just keep washing it until the water runs clear, and then you're gonna put it in the washer alone, because you don't want to get any dye on your other clothes unless you do. But I recommend coloring it alone or washing it alone, and then putting it in the dryer, and you're finished. And once you're finished, hold up. And then once you're finished and it's all dried, you're gonna get something like this. This one I did not do as tightly, so there's not as many white spots, but you can see the swirl pattern still in all the different colors. I also tie-dyed this shirt. So after 24 hours, you'll have a 24 hours, 6 to 24 hours, you should have a cool new shirt that you can wear around. All right, guys, thank you so much for tie-dyeing with me in the woods today. I had so much fun tie-dyeing with you guys today. I can't wait to see all the shirts that you guys make, and I really am excited to see how my shirt ends up. And just remember, with tie-dyeing, there's no wrong way to do it. All the patterns end up looking really cool. There's different strategies that you can put into it, but you honestly can like smush it up, go crazy, put the colors everywhere, and it still will have a great result. There are no mistakes in tie-dyeing. You just gotta take it one stroke at a time. Bye guys.